Alright, what's good with y'all peoples? We back with another video today. I'm your boy Dylan, one half of the WCW Heavyweight Tag Team Champions of the world, and one half of the greatest tag team of all time. And introducing the other half of the WCW Heavyweight Tag Team Champions and the other half of the greatest tag team of all time. Mondo, go ahead and say what's up to the people, bro.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Yes, and today we got a very, 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 very special guest. This very special guest in the building today. This dude he's been on YouTube getting his grind on. He is over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, way over. He finna be getting to 1 million soon. WrestlingGifs. WrestlingGifs, go ahead and say what's up to the people, bro. Give a round of applause, bro.
Yes.
Sorry, man. No need for applause. Yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. Yeah, let's have some fun. I'm excited.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Honestly, bro, because we're trying to get our channel out there. We're trying to get our grind on. We're trying to boost our channel up. We done had a lot of hiccups in our road to trying to get successful, and bro, we just want to say we appreciate this so much, bro. We are really honored for this, and yeah, we really just want to thank you, bro.
Yeah, man, no, it's all good, bro. Like I said, in my opinion, it's the least I can do. It's a pleasure, because once upon a time, I was in your shoes, and everyone, you got to start somewhere, right? So I fuck with it. I'm here. Let's talk. Let's go.
Already then. Yes. Well, Mondo, you want to start with your questions first, bro?
Sure. We're gonna start with a basic one. So how'd you get into wrestling, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like with a lot of people, it's just kind of those things where you don't remember, you just did. Like, ever since I was a kid, I just always watched wrestling. I was always following it. But I guess it just has to do with my older cousins were always watching it. My friends, like, I don't know. Back in the day, wrestling was just a thing. It was kind of weird if you didn't watch wrestling, right? So, as long as I can remember, I was just always into wrestling. I kind of had no choice. Everyone around me was into it, so I had to too.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah. Now, in school and whatnot, did you ever, like, whenever you said you did watch wrestling, was dudes like, bro, you know that shit fake, right? Or, come on, bro, you need to watch UFC or whatever the fuck they be saying?
I mean, not when I was, like, young, because, like, I was born in the late 90s. I was born in 98, so when I was in when I was in like elementary school, everyone watched wrestling. Middle school was when like the whole John Cena versus Rock thing was happening, so everyone was like super into it. So by that time, no one said anything. But eventually in like high school, I kind of purposely was like, I wasn't telling people. I wasn't so like outward with it. By high school, I was kind of like, all right, nobody needs to know I watch wrestling. Maybe that's for the best. But I still had some friends who did, and we were, I'd still wear wrestling shirts every now and then and still do my thing. But yeah, by high school, it was kind of like that vibe. So I was kind of like, all right, chill. Let's not make it an announcement that I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah, nah, that's exactly how me and Mondo met and whatnot. We had a punk ass friend at that time that we used to be friends with.
Yeah.
We met through him because we all had liked wrestling, so we all had a similar bond with wrestling, and every now and then we would wear some kind of wrestling shirt, whether Mondo has like a WrestleMania 33 shirt. At that time I had some NWO shirts, and we would wear them every now and then at school, even though nobody knew what them shirts meant. But we were still, that's how we ended up meeting. So yeah, I definitely know what you mean. By high school, yeah, everything changes.
Yeah, man. By then, it's kind of like if someone knows you're a wrestling fan from their shirt, then they're probably a fan, because a normal person is not gonna know what the fucking NWO is or anything.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, nah, bro. I was just telling Mondo about this. I had this girl that I work with. She probably like 18, bro. She had an NWO Wolfpack shirt on, and I'm like, bro, she don't even know what that means. Why she got that on? Like,
because Kylie Jenner wore it once, man. Because
yeah, she don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but one of the questions that we have, which we already know what the answer to this is, and it's gonna be an amazing answer. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Edge. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Oh, okay, bro. Okay. I was like, wait, hold up. I swear you hate Edge, bro.
Yeah,
What
no, no.
Yeah,
Of
the
I was
course.
trying to say.
My favorite all the time, John Cena. That's the guy. That's the
Yes.
guy who made me fall in love with
hell?
wrestling. That was my homie.
Yes.
That's like the one wrestler where I don't know. I saw him before he was champion. I was like 5 when I first like seen him, 6, 7, and I seen him become champion and do his thing. It is different. You know what I mean? Like that's like your
Mm-hmm.
superhero who you grew up with. That's always gonna be your
Mm-hmm.
guy. So for me, John Cena, of
Yeah.
course. And then other than that, like obviously there was times when like I was really into like SmackDown, so like Rey Mysterio was my guy or like Batista and stuff. But if I choose one guy, like life on the line, John Cena every day, no doubt, never a doubt.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
We're the exact same way. We're the exact same way. John Cena is our favorite wrestler of all time as well. So that's why I was like, well, we already know what the answer is, but we need to hear the amazingness come out on our video. Yes, John Cena is the GOAT, bro. No hands, no if, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just at that point when you were a kid in that age, like you had no choice. But Cena was all 100% was gonna be your favorite. If he wasn't, that's kind of weird at that point. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah,
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't like Cena? Like
yes,
10. What the fuck do you know, bro?
exactly. Yeah, like I started watching wrestling when I was like 4 or 5 years old in 2008. Like, of course, I was gonna fall in love with John Cena. If it wasn't John Cena, then it probably would have been Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like those were I'm older than you, so I was born in '98. So like I seen those guys like glow up and do the thing. So to me, I was obviously gonna like him. So of course the younger generation's gonna like him. You know what I mean? It's all like the same bubble kind of where it's whoever's popping, whoever the best like faces in your when you start watching, you're always gonna have a special connection with them no matter what.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we were saying that in a video one time because, like, if some like dude that was born in like the 70s or 80s, obviously their favorite wrestlers are gonna be Stone Cold and The Rock and all them. And if somebody was born in the 60s and 50s, their favorite probably gonna be Hulk Hogan. Now, of course, we don't like Hulk Hogan, but if somebody that old, obviously they was watching Hulk Hogan when they was young, so obviously Hulk Hogan gonna have a special spot in their heart, you know?
Yeah, of course. And I also feel like, yeah, I mean, 100%. Yeah, it's always going to be like that. Like right now, there's so many wrestlers out there. And I'm going to be honest, other than a few, I don't really connect with. I don't really care. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But at the same time, some little kid right now, like, fuck, apparently Seth Rollins is like his John Cena. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
of
just,
course.
it's a different
Yeah, I
game.
know there's some little kid. I know there's some little kid out here thinking that you know, Seth Rollins is that's John, that's the new John Cena or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. To them, it's like, yeah, Seth Rollins like their Edge or something, or their Randy Orton, and then
Yeah.
Roman Reigns in their world is fucking John Cena. It's just, it's how it always is. And this is the thing, like when we were kids, the older generation looked at us like, why the fuck do you like John Cena? And then
Yeah.
we're gonna look at this generation and be like, why are you so obsessed with Roman Reigns? Like he does like 3 moves. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's a
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah,
It's always
yeah, of
gonna be
course.
like that.
Yeah, of course. Cause like I remember watching videos back in the day of like other YouTubers, and I remember they used to hate John Cena like with a passion, and I never understood why. I was like, bruh, y'all like Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan did the same shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
honestly, it's stupid because at the end of the day, like every main event wrestler in the WWE, every like top guy, whether it's Hogan, whether it's fucking Stone Cold, Cena, Roman, yo, you don't need to know a bunch of moves. You don't need to be like, you know, some master technician. It's all about who you are. You go in there, you punch a little, kick a little, do your finisher. That's it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like people
Exactly.
Yeah.
like they just complicate it so much. It's like, bro, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's like that was the thing when I was a kid online. Oh, I don't like John Cena. I like, you know, real wrestlers like Daniel Bryan and like shit like that, or like these other like I'm talking about Daniel Bryan before he was in WWE. I'm talking about like when he was in the indie scenes or like this indie. It's like, yeah, they're cool for what they are, but yo, they can never do what John Cena does, and you know, John Cena can't do what they do. It is what it is.
Yeah, there's different styles of wrestling and how wrestlers do their own shit.
Yeah, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's nice to know. I didn't know both of your favorites were John Cena, and I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of the reason why my YouTube in the first place kind of popped off too was I was one of the first guys that kind of came in and was like, yeah, yo, John Cena's my guy, you know, because for like you said, for the longest time, YouTube was just anti John Cena, anti this, anti that, and I was kind of like the first guy that came up and like, yeah, guys, Cena's my favorite wrestler, woohoo, and it's like, oh, and then all of a sudden, people who related to that, we're like, oh shit, there is a YouTuber who likes Cena. Like what?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
really brought us
Mhm.
there to the channel was like it was like damn, bro. Finally, somebody that's not saying, "Oh, John Cena sucks. He got the five moves of doom" or whatever the fuck they be saying.
So yo,
Yeah.
now it's normal. Now everyone loves Cena. He comes back. People want to come back. But it's just funny, man. Like 5 years ago, it was not like that. 4 years ago, it wasn't like that. Even like 3, 4 years ago, it was just kind of like, eh. Like so obviously, it got better over time. But I mean, I love to see it. At the end of the day, I'm happy that Cena's finally getting the respect. But it's crazy, man. When he was there, people wanted him gone, and now everyone wants him back, and everyone loves him.
Yeah, it's one of those things
Yeah.
where you like when it's gone, you're gonna miss it. You know, it's
Yeah,
one of
hundred
those
percent,
things.
100%.
Mhm.
I miss
Yes,
Cody
yes,
Rhodes, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the one of the
yes,
like
bro.
I fuck with Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes heavy. That guy's like low key. Like I didn't think I was ever gonna have something like this, but that guy low key might be like my next John Cena. I don't know what it is. He's such a pure like baby face. He's such a gangster, man. I fuck with
Yes,
him
bro.
heavy.
Yes.
So like
We do
Yeah.
too. We do too.
I'm excited. I want him to come back. I want him to beat Roman. And I don't know, for some reason I don't know what it is. Cody Rhodes makes me care. You know what I mean? Like. I
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I really fuck with Cody Rhodes heavy, so it's kind of fun. It took a while for me to find like someone I can really connect to post Cena, because obviously like I like Rollins and I like all these other guys, but after Cena there was like this thing where I'm like I can't truly get behind someone. It was just this weird thing. But yo, shout out to Cody Rhodes, man. That guy's a legend.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
closest person I could think for me that I had like a maybe a close bond like I did with John Cena, maybe Daniel Bryan.
Yo, of course, of
Uh,
course, of course. Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
everyone
I
in
would
that
probably say
that
Daniel Bryan.
2014 run, I was like,
Yeah, that 2013, 14. Oh my God, bro! I was one of the biggest Daniel Bryan fans out there. Like I remember when Batista won the Royal Rumble. I remember being like 11 years old, being mad as fuck at the TV. Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
I was in high school during that time. I think I was in like grade 10, and I remember me and my boys we would watch some pay-per-views at the movie theaters, and I remember everyone was just so pissed, man. We're watching the Rumble at the movies, and everyone's just like, "Yo, fuck this shit sucks." Blah blah blah. Like people were genuinely pissed.
Yes, yes, bro. Like
Yeah.
I remember when
Mhm.
Rey Mysterio came out, and I felt so bad for Rey because he ain't
Yeah,
deserve
out of
it.
everyone, why did you have to do Ray dirty like
I don't know why they
that?
do Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio like that, bro. Oh shit. But nah, we fuck with Cody Rhodes heavy too. Like throughout, like
Yeah.
for like, cause we were there at WrestleMania 38 when he returned,
That's
and
crazy. That's crazy.
we was hype as hell. The
Yo, that's the
whole match,
thing. It's like,
the
bro,
Yeah.
amazing match.
which other
Yeah,
wrestler can have the crowd go off like that at WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
different. He's like the hottest guy right now. And honestly, I was sad when he got injured, but him getting injured actually was like the best thing for him, because he came,
yeah,
No, yeah.
he tweaked it a little bit, did his thing, made everyone, remember how fucking elite he is, and now he's gone. And now everyone wants him back. Like it was, if anything, it was perfect. And what a way to leave with the peck all purple and shit. I
yeah.
don't know, man. Everything is working out for that guy perfectly, and I really hope he comes back and he's the one to win the Rumble and everything. And I don't know, he's the guy. Like, what other? There's no other pure face that the company has. Might as well make him your face.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
perfect, bro. Just have him win the Rumble and then do that with with Roman, and just beat him.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been pulling for. We've been pulling for Cody to come back at the Rumble.
Mhm.
And cause like, bro, the storyline is perfect. Like that's such a perfect like
Yeah.
main event. Like Roman has been holding the title for like 2 million years, and Cody comes back, and he comes back to WWE after 6 years, and he always never had a WWE, like he never won the WWE title, and he's gonna do it for Dusty Rhodes because Dusty Rhodes got fucked over when he won the WWE title. So he's gonna bring it back to the Rhodes family. But the only thing that's standing in his way is this monster that's been holding
Tribal
the
Chief.
titles. For 2 billion years, and he has to beat Roman. Like that's perfect, bro.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah.
it, man. Especially because, like, at the end of the day, you have the whole idea of how, like, Cody debuted before Roman, but Roman stayed,
Yep.
and look what he did. Cody left, and now Cody's back. Like, it just kind of like Cody's trying to like redeem himself. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's kind of like to prove like, hey, if I stayed, I would have been where you were or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different like little angles and storylines. It's perfect, man. It's the biggest face versus the biggest heel, which is what the main event of WrestleMania should be. Like, it's not hard, guys. Don't overcomplicate this shit.
Well, what would you think if they change Cody to The Rock coming back? Because a lot of people want The Rock versus Roman.
I mean, okay, if The Rock comes back, okay, that's the thing. If I had to choose, like, if money and everything didn't matter, I want to see Cody versus Roman because I don't know who's going to win that, right? Whereas The Rock, he's coming back. You know he's not losing. It's not, I don't know. For me, it doesn't hit the same. But obviously, if The Rock wants to come back, you're not going to say no to him. You make that money. You sell that pay-per-view. You have one of the biggest matches ever. It won't be the biggest match ever, but you got to do it. You know what I mean? You have to do it. So if The Rock's down, you got to do it. But if he's not, there is no reason for Roman to versus anyone that is not Cody Rhodes.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm kind of hoping, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping Rock gonna be busy, bro, because I
don't think he's gonna do it. He's old now. He's promoting these movies. If he gets injured during a wrestling match, that guy, like, that's like months of his career. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to do a match, he literally has to make sure that he's not signed on for any movies for like the rest of the year because he's probably gonna get injured. He got injured when he was like 10 years younger against Cena twice. Now you're 50 something. You haven't wrestled. You know, I love The Rock. You're very jacked. You know, that's like the muscles ain't gonna help you not get injured, bro. If anything, it's gonna make it worse. Like I don't know. I just don't see him doing it. If he does, amazing. But it seems like it'll be a mission to somehow make it work.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro.
The one thing that I'm sad about, I'm like, I wish we got another Rock versus Brock Lesnar match before he went back to Hollywood full time. I know that was the plan a little bit in like 2013, 2014. I think that would have been so fire.
It was the plan to do it they were thinking about doing it for WrestleMania 30 from what I heard. But since The Rock had got in, because apparently The Rock was going to come out the next night after WrestleMania 29 and him and Brock were going to have a standoff. But since Rock got injured,
he was dead, bro. There was not one muscle intact in that body yet.
Exactly. So that's why I mean, if we would have got that, if Rock would have never got injured at 29, we probably would have never saw the streak again. So, I mean.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, right? Like, I don't know. Don't even get me started on the streak. That shit is so depressing, man. The fact that he didn't retire after that and he still kept coming back.
Hell nah, bro.
I mean, it ended good, though. But it ended with him and AJ Styles, but, I mean.
Yeah, but the 8 years in between or whatever, the fucking 6 years, bro, that shit was Goldberg concussing himself, Roman Reigns carrying around his dead body. Fuck, man. Or you know what he should have done? He should have retired after the Bray Wyatt match. He came out, he proved he was still alive, and he can move a little bit. Should have just stopped, but no, he had to come back, have a fucking Hell in a Cell match against Shane for some reason, which is fine. It wasn't the worst thing, but. Okay, at least retire after the Shane match, bro. Why are you gonna verse Roman Reigns?
Yeah, bro, I hated that shit so much. Like when when Roman threw him out at the Rumble in 2017, bro, I was like, bro, I don't want to see this bullshit.
Yo, the worst part was they made that main event. They made that close the show. Why? Yo, it's like they low-key probably knew The Undertaker was gonna die in that match. They're like, fuck it, let's make it like this emotional ass way to end the show. Let's just have this guy die casually in the ring. Because it's weird, man. Like, why would you make that the main event? It's not going to be good. There's no way anyone thinks it's going to be good. It's like they knew he was going to basically die. So it's like, all right, fuck it. Let's put it at the end. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's, after our 9 million hour show, let's decide to put a 30-minute old man dying in the ring.
Because, he put his little hat down and everything and retired. Did he retire? No, man. Went to Saudi Arabia to versus Rusev and then Goldberg.
Hell no. Oh, DX versus the brothers of destruction.
Hell no.
Shawn Michaels bald-headed.
Hell no.
No, but talking about that, what is one thing you would change? Like something so stupid, you'll be like, man, I wish that shit never happened.
Like all time? Just like in wrestling history?
All time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, depends on the levels, right? Like, obviously, if I say, oh, I want to go back and make sure Undertaker doesn't wrestle after 30, it's not the worst thing. Like, it was embarrassing, but shit, it wasn't the worst thing. Logically, the best
Yeah.
answer would be like, hey, I hope Owen Hart doesn't, jump off the thing. But in
Yeah.
terms of
So,
like, in terms of like a meme or like something embarrassing, like booking decision, I would say, shit, I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me get back to you. Do you have anything in mind? Is there anything that
no,
comes to
yeah,
you?
because the first thing I always say, bro, is why the fuck did Goldberg beat the Fiend at Saudi Arabia?
Hey man,
Why,
I
bro?
don't even. Yo, listen, man. I ain't gonna complain. I fucking hated the Fiend. I'm down. All right. If Goldberg wanted to beat the Fiend, that sounds like a personal problem for the Fiend. I like Bray Wyatt, but I did not like the Fiend character. To me, every time there was a Fiend match, I was like depressed. I'm like, here comes a red light. Here comes this guy who's in a no cell. Like I never got along with the Fiend character. I did not. To me, it was such a downgrade from Bray Wyatt because at least Bray Wyatt could have a good wrestling match and I could actually be excited. Once the Fiend started coming out, like, oh yeah, the entrance is cool. Okay, then what? This guy's just gonna fucking get stomped on a bajillion times by Seth Rollins. Like, I don't know. I never liked the Fiend. To
And
me, it just
then
seemed
Seth,
like this very like edgy type of gimmick. Like, oh, we're gonna make like this horror like gimmick, and all these like horror fans love it. To me, I'm like, bro, I want to watch some wrestling, bro. Give me some like real big time personalities. I don't want this fucking clown in a mask.
Yeah.
yes, so we can have Seth Rollins get DQ'd inside Hell in a Cell.
Hell no.
I don't know, and I don't know, it was sad, man. Because in my opinion, Bray Wyatt was very cool. Like what he did in 2014, 15, 16, they did him dirty in 17 with the WrestleMania match, but
Oh
I don't know,
God.
man. He was cool, and I felt like the Fiend was just
Yeah.
kind of this like. It could have been better. The idea was cool, but there was no need to make him some actual Michael Myers type of motherfucker where like he just no sell.
Yeah.
Have him win every match. That's cool, but it's not to no sell everything.
Yeah.
And
What
why
do
the
you
red
think
light?
about him right now? What do you think about his return right now?
Yo, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. I think it'll be cool. I have no idea. I don't even know what they're gonna do with him. Like, it's such a weird thing because it's like, who's he gonna feud?
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
Mhm.
What's happening? I don't know. But hey, at least he came out and he wasn't the Fiend, so it's only up from here. Right?
Yeah, because I don't know. He kind of came at like I don't want to say a bad time, but it was kind of a weird time for him to come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of
It's
a
it is because I don't know. Like SmackDown's kind of a mess right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what is going on. Like you have Logan Paul gonna fight, which I'm down. I'm cool with that. You have Karrion Kross running around. Drew McIntyre lost. Like what is Bray gonna do? You know what I mean? It's somehow, some way, Raw is like if you talked about this last year, it wouldn't make any sense. But somehow Raw is better than SmackDown now.
from what we heard, yes.
Yeah.
Why you guys don't watch that
Nah.
much like weekly?
Nah, we watch SmackDown weekly.
Yeah, we watch SmackDown, but we don't watch that much Raw.
But
I
I'm
don't
sorry, bro.
either. I
After
don't-
like some of them Raw Thunderdome shows, bro, I couldn't, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, I don't watch either of them weekly. I kind of just catch up with them after and just maybe watch like a little bit of clips and stuff. Because hey, man, 3 hours of TV that's wrestling on Raw every week is it's a bit too much.
Yeah,
Whereas
because like I don't
SmackDown is
know.
definitely more digestible. SmackDown's kind of like it's 90 minutes after commercials. Like that's fine. That's literally nothing.
Yeah.
Raw though, bro, that shit is that's a mission.
Like I could do 2 hours of bullshit than 3 hours of bullshit.
Yo,
Because
that's the
that
thing.
3
It never-
hours
no,
feels
man,
forever.
it does not feel like 3 hours. It feels like 4 hours at the very minimum.
And matter of fact, bro, that just reminded me of a question. WWE, I hope to God I don't do this, but they have been thinking about moving Raw to 4 hours for more advertisement money. How do you feel about that?
Nah. There is no way. Nah, nah. There is no way. I don't think no. I don't think that would ever. I mean, I heard something where Nick Khan's like, "Yo, if it was 6 hours, I'm down. 7 hours, I'm down."
Oh hell no!
No,
Nah,
I know
bro,
they wouldn't mind, but if they actually care about their ratings, if they actually care about their fans, no, stop. I used to get annoyed sometimes when like Raw would go over, like it would be like 15 minutes after, like 10 minutes, like it'll keep running
Bro, I don't
after.
remember when they used to do that, bro.
Bro, after a while when Raw just got boring, I was just kind of like, do we really still have to do this shit?
Yeah, like, bro, it'll be like 10:06. It's like, bro, I gotta go to bed, bro.
So you guys are lucky though. For you guys, since your time zone's like that, for us it's 11. That's even worse. We're like, bro, it's like 11:10. Like, just stop.
Yeah, bro, I gotta go to school tomorrow, bro. I can't be up like this.
I miss when Raw was 2 hours, bro. That was peaceful. It was perfect.
Yes, bro.
2 hours. That's it. Come and go. Life goes on. Amazing.
Those
But
were
no,
the
no.
times.
Let's make it 3 hours and fuck it.
Yeah, bro. I remember when Raw used to be, it'd come on at 8:00, end at 10. I used to be able to stay up, and then now that just gives us. What would you say is your favorite Raw theme song?
My favorite Raw theme song probably. I mean, either it's "To Be Loved" or the "Across the
Yes.
Nation." Like those are just the ones I grew up with. So, and I feel like after they went to Nickelback, man. I was done.
Bro,
Yeah,
thank you. I'm really somebody that don't like that Nickelback song.
All I think about is Michael Cole, bro. Hell no, I can't. I can't do that.
Welcome to the longest running weekly Extrava. Shut the fuck.
Extra, whatever the fuck he said. Cause no, every time I hear that song, bro, I think of heel Michael Cole, and I don't need to think about that.
Yeah, hell no.
Oh yeah, the few like Jerry Lawler and stuff. Oh no.
Oh God. Oh my God. Now,
Those
what would
are-
you say
those are
is your
hard
favorite
times.
SmackDown theme song?
I don't. I don't even like remember any of them after. That's some weird ones. I remember that's some weird ones. I mean, the Green Day one was fine. I didn't watch it that much, but when they had the Green Day one, I think that one was fine. They had some decent like no-name songs that didn't even have like weren't even real bands. But I gotta go with the one that I grew up with, which is like the Rise Up, the Drowning Pool one. I gotta go with that
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about you guys? What would you go with?
For Raw, yeah, it's To Be Loved. That's the first, like, or Across the Nation, but first To Be Loved is the song that it takes me back to my childhood. It takes me back to 2008 when everything was just, I was just so young and carefree. I ain't had bills. I ain't had to do grown up shit.
Yeah,
I could
of
just
course,
be a
of
child,
course.
you know.
Yeah.
So that would probably be, and then for SmackDown, oh shit, I don't know, bro. I mean, I get no. Oh no, I like the what was that shit? The I Want It All. The from the SmackDown. Here
Oh
Comes
yeah,
the Pain.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that one's a classic too.
Yeah, I like
Of
that
course.
one. That's my favorite SmackDown one.
Yeah, man, that was classic.
Yes. Mine though. You got a favorite Raw and SmackDown theme, bro?
Yeah, Raw probably Across the Nation. And SmackDown, y'all gonna laugh at me, but the black and blue one from like 2014, bro. I don't know why,
Yeah,
bro, but I like
that's
that.
what I meant. Yeah, like the no-name ones. Those ones are pretty fire. They had another one too. I forgot which one it was called. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, nah, Raw. I think I don't know, bro. Because after Nickelback, bro, what did they have after Nickelback? They had that
No,
the night.
the only one I remember, tonight is that was so cringe. I remember like there's this one lyric, press
Oh.
X to reload. It's like shut up, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this was the thing. Before Black and Blue, SmackDown had a theme song, "This Life." I remember that one was kind of fire, low key.
Which one was this? Oh, was that? How did that go?
Hey, I ain't gonna sing it, but you know you can look it up after. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I remember.
Now, what would you say is?
Oh, nah, I was gonna say I remember the one that was like, "Do you know your enemy? Do you know
Yeah,
your
that was
enemy?"
the Green Day one. That was the Green Day. It's a real song by Green Day, which that was fine. That was decent. I just remember that and like Randy Orton just being on SmackDown. That's like what I correlate.
But yeah, Mado, what was your question about?
I don't know. I was gonna say like, what is one of your like most shocking wrestling moments growing up? Like, bro, this shit really happening right now, type shit.
I mean, the funnest one I have was I was like 7 and I was watching watching Raw and Cena got drafted and I was like so excited because I never expected to see Cena on Raw because I'm like, oh, I'm watching Raw. Why would Cena be here? That was like the most fun one. sad ones, obviously Cena getting cashed in on, Undertaker getting cashed in on, Jeff Hardy getting apparently dying before Survivor Series, and then Edge comes and
Oh shit,
takes
I
his
remember.
title. Basically, anything involving Edge ruining everything is probably the most shocking. In terms of anything else, like, I mean, when the streak ended, obviously, I was tripping. I was so confused. When I was watching, it was the same thing. I was at the movie theater with my friends, and everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, was that supposed to happen? Like, was that did they mess
Yeah,
up?
we
Did they
thought
do
it was a
something
fuck
wrong?"
up.
That was definitely one of the most shocking ones. Yeah, I'd say that's about it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh, when I was a little kid, I fucking hated Edge with a deep pack. Edge and Chris Jericho. When I first started watching wrestling, I couldn't stand them motherfuckers, bro. I
Yo,
couldn't stand them.
Chris Jericho's weird because, like, when I first saw him was when Cena beat him in '05 and he went away and I didn't see him for 2 years. And then he came back and he was a good guy for like a year. And then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
he just started beating up poor Shawn Michaels and destroyed his eye,
Yeah.
punched his wife. I was like,
Yeah.
what happened to you? You're supposed to be like the chill guy.
Yeah, you supposed to be chill, bro. What the fuck going on, bro? Shit.
He teamed up with the
Me off, bro. And then, like, cause I remember vividly, like, the Undertaker and Edge, like, storyline, bro. And I fucking hated Edge, bro. I couldn't stand Edge for shit. And I remember, like, when he was having a feud with John Cena in 2009, and he was like, "I hate you, John Cena." I'm like, "I hate you too, bitch. Don't talk about John Cena."
That was a great promo though.
Shit. But yeah,
I really wish that WrestleMania 25 though was just Cena versus Edge. I don't know why they put Big Show's fat ass in there, but it should have just been Cena and Edge.
That shit was stupid, bro. Fucking Big Show kissing Vicky Guerrero.
as coming from somebody that was at this show, yeah, bro, it should have been Edge versus John Cena. I don't know why we needed to have Big Show kissing Vicky Guerrero in the storyline. I didn't need to see this.
I mean, it turned out with a cool spot with John Cena picking them both up, but
I mean, it was cool. But the thing is, like, they like fell on him like a second later. It was like a cool picture, you know what I mean? It's fine, but it just sucks that it's weird how Randy and Cena never got a one-on-one match, but that's fine to me because, like, as much as they want to push that feud, Edge and Cena is the feud. That's the main Cena feud. It sucks how they never got a WrestleMania match. That's like, imagine, I don't know, not Austin or Rock, but something like that, like some born rivals just not having a match together. It's like Triple H and Undertaker not having any WrestleMania matches. Like, what are you doing? To me, it's the same as like how Stone Cold and Triple H never had a WrestleMania match. Those two, other than The Rock and Stone Cold, the biggest feud, in my opinion, the Attitude Era, was Triple H and Stone Cold. They should have had a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, I definitely agree with that.
It's not too late. Who knows? Maybe when Cena comes back, they'll run it back.
I actually wouldn't mind Edge versus John Cena at least one more time, bro. I wouldn't mind it. And like, are they gonna turn Edge heel for it? Because I mean, that's what we all grew up with Edge being the heel and John being the face.
They don't. Yeah, I mean, but they don't have to do that. Obviously, they can. They're so old at this point. They're legends. You can do the face versus face. You can kind of have like tweener where Edge acts a little heel. Maybe you can kind of do a storyline where Edge like teases, like he's finally gonna snap and go heel mode, but he doesn't. I don't know. Like you can do it in plenty of ways. But I think either way, they have to do it. Like that should be Edge's last match before he retires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say is John Cena's like top 3 best rivalries he ever had in his career?
Okay, so Edge would be number 1.
Yeah.
Rivalries, I mean, shit, who else? I mean, I guess you kind of have to put Randy Orton in there, even though they kind of overdid it.
Yeah.
Number 3, though, I don't know. It's hard, because Cena was just the type of guy where he'll just verse someone, beat him, and then just on to the next one, on to the next one. He didn't really have too many crazy rivalries. Give me a second. Let me think.
Punk is one of his best?
Oh shit! How did I forget that? Yeah, what the fuck? How did I forget that? I just totally collapsed. Because for some reason I kept thinking of early Cena, like 05 to 2010. No, 100%. CM Punk, Edge, throw in Randy Orton in there. Honorable mentions, I guess. Triple H. I feel like him and Triple H had some decent little feud. The Shawn
I think
Michaels
Shawn
one was
Michaels
pretty.
is. I
The
think you
Shawn
could put
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels in the picture.
Actually, yeah, I would put the Shawn Michaels one over the Triple H one because they put in work. But and then it all works in together too because they all had a fatal four-way: Cena, Edge, Orton, and Shawn Michaels. So it all kind of works out. The only thing missing was CM Punk.
Yes. And then I think another, it's pretty recent, but I think his feud with AJ Styles was very good as well.
Of course, yeah, 100%. But I don't know. I wouldn't put it in his top like 3 because the matches were the best, obviously. But I don't know. Something was missing in the feud wise. I don't know. Maybe it was because I was older and I just didn't look at it as like a true feud. But it's just when I was a kid, I genuinely thought that Cena hated those motherfuckers. You know, it just hit differently. Whereas Cena and the Cena and the AJ feud was kind of more like, oh, who's the better wrestler, right? Who's the better whatever? Whose show is SmackDown? Whereas like Cena and Randy and Edge, like Cena's dad was out here getting bitched around. You know what I mean? Like
that
it was
doing
different.
John Cena dad dirty, but
he got punted and everything, bro. Hell no.
So like to me, like those feuds, just like those were like feuds. Whereas like I guess Cena's best program, if there's if you want to use a different word, I guess would be one of them would be AJ Styles, you know. But I wouldn't call it a feud. They didn't hate each other. Like there wasn't like some blood feud where, you know, Cena's dad was getting punted and shit. Or where CM Punk's was different, where CM Punk was kind of like he's trying to take down the whole company, right? He wanted to take the belt and run, whereas Cena was trying to stand up. They're just on a different level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been one of those situations. If it would have happened like 10 years before the feud actually happened, they probably would have had like a deep storytelling type feud, if that makes sense.
Bro, you guys have no idea like how I used to love AJ Styles. Like I got into TNA when I was very young. Like before you guys got into wrestling, like around 06, 05, I discovered TNA by accident and I would try my best to watch it. Yeah, the shit that AJ Styles would do back in the day did not make any sense. So like, and like, imagine if like 09 they had a Cena and AJ feud. That shit would have been game changing.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like the AJ feud was kind of like, you know, by 2016 TNA was kind of dead. He came from Japan. It wasn't the same. You know what I mean? If he came straight from TNA at its peak, like 2010 or 2009, then it was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Then it's like some Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan and 90s shit. Then it's like, that's like Goldberg or something leaving WCW in 99 and versing Austin, right? But by 2016, it was kind of like, yeah, TNA's dead. This guy's just a good wrestler from Japan or something, you know? But I don't know, man. Short-haired AJ Styles in 09 doing his fucking 450 splashes and shit. Oh, my God, man. Imagine that at WrestleMania, like 25 or something. Just AJ versus John Cena.
That shit would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That's the top Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, bro.
Yo, those two, at that point, just cancel Randy versus Triple H. Just pretend it doesn't happen.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I was gonna ask, how did you feel about the Triple H Randy Orton storyline in 2009, where they had Randy Orton punt the whole McMahon family, and they tried to make him be the heel, even though I thought he was the babyface the entire feud because they was fucking him over and whatnot.
Yo, that's the thing. I loved Randy during that time. I don't know why, but for some reason, like he was just cool, bro. It's like people they thought we were gonna hate him, but really this guy was just like the second coming of Stone Cold Steve Austin, just a little more psychotic. Like to us, it was like no different.
Yeah, like I said, I hated Edge and Chris Jericho, but I never hated Randy Orton. Even when I was a little kid and I didn't understand the whole babyface heel thing. You know, I cheer the good guys, I boo the bad guys, but I never hated Randy Orton, no matter what he did, and I never understood why.
No, you know the thing is, no, it's because Randy Orton just looks like I don't know, there's just something, you can just tell he's like mentally unstable, he's a crackhead, he's just whatever. Whereas Edge, Edge just had that like really annoying punchable face, like that really just slimy, disgusting, just like, okay, Randy would do some sneaky shit, but he wouldn't reach the levels of like Jericho or like Edge. You know what I mean? He still had a little like dignity, right? As hard as that is to say. I never hated Randy either, so I can't tell you. I never really hated Randy, where it was more like, oh shit, Cena and Randy are feuding. Okay. Whereas when it was Edge, I'm like, I hope Edge dies. I genuinely hope Edge dies. It was never like that with Randy. But that feud was amazing. Like the feud was great. And as a kid, I was so sad when Triple H won. And it made no sense because literally the next month, Randy's the champion. Like, okay, what was the point of that?
No complete sense. Like, it like you had Randy Orton, bro. You had them doing all this shit where Triple H broke into his house and beat his ass, bro. I don't know why I thought that was funny. But he beat his ass, and then he beats him at WrestleMania in this slow, boring ass match that shouldn't even been the main event in the first place.
And yo, they did some stupid shit where it's like, hey, if Randy gets disqualified, or something, it's like, bro,
Why is that the main event?
Yeah, if anything, this match needs to be non-disqualified. Why are you guys ruining it even more?
Exactly, especially because I love how like Vicky, because it was Vicky Guerrero who made that stipulation, and I'm like, Vince, you couldn't overrule that shit, bro.
Nah, it was so dumb. They totally killed the crowd, and it's kind of funny how Triple H always just gets banged in. First, the Rock versus Hogan in 2002, and then he has the main event. Then Shawn and Taker, he has the main event. Every time this guy main events, the crowds are so dead. Even when it was Roman versus Triple H, nobody cared. Every time Triple H is in the main event, it's like, oh shit. So I feel like he kind of learned his lesson. That's why he put his match with Taker in like the middle. He's like, all right, the crowd can't be dead if we're in the middle of the card.
I think the only match that I could think of where it didn't fuck up was him versus Shawn Michaels and that man we can't name on this channel. But yeah, that's the only match where the crowd wasn't fucked up.
Yeah, but that's because of the man who can't be named. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I like Shawn Michaels, if it was just Shawn versus Triple H, I don't think the crowd would have cared. I don't, because the crowd had seen it so many times by then. You know what I mean? Like, it just would have been like, all right, here we go. Hopefully Shawn wins. And at that point, there's no guarantee Shawn is gonna win because Triple H was on a rampage of just winning everything. So like, they got lucky. I mean, it was smart at the end of the day, right? Putting in the man who shall not be named.
Yeah, the man that shall not be named should have won that match. That what happened a few years later is unfortunate, but at that time, it was an amazing moment.
All right, we won't get into it. We won't. But the crazy thing is, him winning that match is probably what caused him to escalate even further and do what he did. You know what I mean? Because the thing about those wins of Eddie and Benoit, it put so much pressure on them because they had to be like the top guys and the whole business was on their shoulders, and they personally felt so much stress and stuff from it. Like, we will never know how much of an effect it had and how much more, like, say, imagine you finally become champion, you lose it. Right, you're like, okay, how about if I go even more insane in the ring? Maybe they'll put the belt back on me. And you just kind of drive yourself to destruct, right? Like, we won't get into it. Like, it's late, but wrestling is especially back in the day, it's a slippery slope, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the business that just goes wrong, and I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like Eddie Guerrero, like, I kind of feel like it's like he kind of got fucked over because, like, Brock left, Kurt Angle was injured. So all your main stars all your main heel stars are injured. Like, so
they slipped up. They at the end of the day though, they should have not let JBL beat him. JBL should have won, and then by the time Kurt Angle was back, run the rematch back at SummerSlam, and then you can do face versus face stuff. Why not do Undertaker versus Eddie Guerrero? Who cares, man? But
or Eddie versus RVD, run that back again.
At that point, they were just so like, Eddie's not drawing good on house shows. Let's get the belt off him. And it's like, and then Eddie hears that. Obviously, he's gonna get stressed and feel like shit. You know what I mean? So it was just it was bad timing. It was not good. But if Brock stayed, if Angle was healthy, it would have been so much better. You know what I mean? Or if, I mean, they could. And that's the thing. They traded Triple H to SmackDown, but then Triple H didn't want to work on Tuesdays, right? Like,
he didn't want to work.
It was just unfortunate. I feel really bad for Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie didn't deserve that. Then they did the racist ass storyline where they had JBL at the Mexico border kicking Mexicans out. What the fuck?
Fucking JBL, bro.
Man. That is actually insane. Like, the fact that they did that, insane.
Do you think that's more messed up, or Vince McMahon saying the N-word? Keep it up.
Oh my god. Yo, I mean, I think that I don't think you can say one's worse than the other just because one used a slur. You know what I mean? Like, At the end of the day, obviously I don't know JBL, but I don't know, man. It was such a, I don't know. I think they're both equally as bad, but I don't know. I don't want to say one's worse than the other, but it's kind of like the way they did the Eddie one was so much like
Messed up.
yeah, because you
Mhm.
went there. You know what I mean? Like you went to the
Yeah.
border and you're like making fun of these people. Like that's messed up in its own way. But then the idea of using the N-word as comedy is messed up in its own way. Like they're both like different types, but yeah, I don't know what they're. And then that's just the beginning. The other shit they were doing with women back in the day, like
Yeah.
they were on some crack. They were literally on some crack.
Bruh, they had the
Oh my
live party matches every week, bruh. Like, bruh, or like they had Vince McMahon have Trish Stratus get on her knees and bark like a dog. Like, what the fuck, bro?
God. Or fucking Kurt Angle raped fucking
Oh, Charmel.
Charmel.
Yo, but and then
my head.
or like, yo, hey Lita, you have to go do this live celebration. I don't want to. You have to. Like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know, man. The stuff they got away with, they're so lucky they're wrestling. Because if this happened in any other field, they would have been canceled. But the thing is, no one cares about wrestling. Like the news and the media, no one cares. They just think wrestling's already the scummiest form of entertainment anyway, so they don't even care. But the shit they got away with in 2000s doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, hell nah, bro. Now, before we wrap the video up, we got a couple more questions. Now, these are non-wrestling based. Do you got any favorite music genres, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I always try to make it. I mean, I don't try; they just naturally come. But I make a lot of like hip hop references in my videos. The beats I use, the instrumentals, I try to use a lot of classic or even modern like hip hop beats and stuff. Yeah, my favorite genre. I mean, I like all sorts of genres. Like I'm pretty diverse. To me, if it sounds good, it sounds good. But I'm definitely a hip hop head. I love rap. Yeah, I mean that's why I fell in love with John Cena because I'm a little bit older than you guys. So I fell in love with him because I loved 50 Cent because all my older cousins loved him and everything. And I saw this guy with the chain gang and Word Life. To me, it's like, oh, this has a white 50 Cent. Like, so
Yeah.
that was a big part of why I became a Cena fan because he was a rapper. And to me, rappers were the coolest things in the real world. And I saw one in wrestling. I'm like, all right, perfect. But yeah, definitely rap, man. Hip hop. That's my go-to genre. That's what I listen to 95% of the time.
So would you say 50 Cent is your favorite rapper?
100%, 100%. To me, 50 Cent is my John Cena. Like, I know 50 doesn't have like 5 classic albums. I know he doesn't have this and that, but the impact, just the swagger, Get Rich or Die Trying, the Massacre, the video game. I used to fucking play 50 Cent video games, the movies. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a different time, right? So, I don't know. And just the whole story. You get shot 9 times, you come back, make these mixtapes, make an album. Like, that guy was like, I don't know. He's like the Brock Lesnar of hip hop. He just came for like a few years, just dominated, and then just left. You know, but yeah, I mean, I
like 50. No, my bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know. 50 Cent. I love older stuff like Tupac. I'm from Toronto, so I love Drake. Old J Cole. You know, mid 2010s J Cole, early J Cole. I love everything, man. I'm a classic fan. I like Nas, like Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, everything. Like. I'm very open when it comes to hip hop like that. Eminem, I always gotta love Eminem. Classic Eminem. You know, he put 50 Cent on. How can I not love him?
Yes.
What about you guys? What would you guys say are your name your favorite rappers and let's see if I can relate.
Ice Cube is my favorite rapper of all time, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. You know how we do it. It's like one of the greatest rap songs of all time, in my opinion.
Yes, bro, I love that shit.
Yeah, man. I had a whole big phase when I was like in middle school where I listened to like NWA, like Eazy-E, Cube, Dr. Dre, and I thought I was like the coolest guy ever because I'm listening to this when everyone else was listening to like other shit.
That's how we
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Nah, Ice Cube's my favorite rapper. I don't know. It's just ever since I was a little kid, that was just always my favorite rapper, and now that I'm older, he's even more my favorite rapper.
Of course, man. I remember that. What was that album? The one with Go to Church and Why We Thugs. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Yeah. Gangster Rap Made Me Do It. Yeah, man. I remember
yes, bro. Yes.
I used to love those, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, I was shout out Lil Wayne, of course. I forgot to mention Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Yes.
Yo,
Mondo, you wanna name your favorite rapper, bro?
Oh no, yeah, like, I would say like I really love Eazy, man. I love Ice Cube. I'll say like Biggie's probably there too. I
all right.
Yeah.
like.
So okay, I have a question. So like Tupac or Biggie, which side of the fence do you guys lean on? Because everyone has a
Oh, Tupac.
preference. Yeah,
Tupac.
I'm a Tupac guy too. Are you a Biggie guy, bro?
No, I'll still go with Tupac. I mean, I still listen more to Biggie, but Tupac's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
I'll pick you a Dookie fat motherfucker.
Cause now the thing is, with my parents, my mama didn't really like Biggie like that, and I just listened to whatever she was listening to. So she always had Tupac, like she loved Tupac, like she was like the biggest Tupac fan ever. So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
couldn't stand Biggie, and then plus on top of that, I had a cousin who couldn't stand Biggie for shit. Like I remember he used to have a CD full of music videos, and I remember So Many Tears, the music video would come on by Tupac. He banged that shit loud, and then right afterwards would be Juicy. He would skip that shit, man. Fuck that shit, turn that shit off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, Biggie has bangers. I mean, I really like his second album because it was so much darker. Like,
Life After Death.
Yeah.
Life After Death, like you're nobody till somebody kills you and stuff. Like, I don't know.
That's my favorite. That's
I
one
like
of my favorites.
I like
Yeah.
Biggie when he's in like his dark, like grimy mood. That's like when I fuck with Biggie.
Yeah.
Would you say? Would you like Suicidal Thoughts?
Oh yeah, of course, it's a
Hey.
classic. The first time I heard that, I was like, "What am I listening to?" I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I
one of
wouldn't be
those
scared to
songs-
sing though, bro.
Those are
I
like
don't know.
I know a decent amount of those lyrics. That's like a song where it's like Suicidal Thoughts, Stand by Eminem. Like, you know those songs where you just hear and they tell a story and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you're just like, what is going on?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, we huge hip hop fans. They're like, if we're not talking about wrestling on the channel, we're talking about hip hop. That is like our main core of what we talk about, just to talk about stuff that we passionate about. Or even when we're doing wrestling videos, we'll bring up some type of rap thing or some type of rap reference or whatnot. We'll be like, yeah, that was just like such and such that happened. Or
Yeah.
like we just did a video about rap beefs and whatnot, and there was a beef with T.I. and Lil Flip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there was apparently Lil Flip says the beef started. T.I. was begging him to get on a song with him, and now we be on like it will be like, oh, they were begging the wrestler to stop doing that move. They were like T.I. like, please stop.
Hey, bro, please let me have the song, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, I think
Yeah.
Ludacris had beef with them. I think he was involved in that too or something back in the
Yeah, beef with T.I. Apparently, beef with T.I. And the thing is, like T.I. and Ludacris are both some of my favorite rappers of all time as well. Cause I grew up, like I remember bumping T.I. back in like 07, 08 with my brothers and whatnot. So I fell in love with him like that too. And then, Ludacris is Ludacris, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like that's why our main two things are wrestling and rap or music,
Mhm.
which you said. But that's why we fuck with you because you like the same thing, bro. That's why we're like, it's amazing, bro.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah, man. No, of course. I mean, that's just who I am, right? So I can't help but make references or use beats. Like to me, it would feel weird to not use. Like I don't know if you guys ever noticed. Like sometimes I use like "Hypnotized" by Biggie. I'm like, yo, it's a cool song. It's a nice beat. Let me use it in my background in my video. Like I would feel weird if I didn't use hip hop beats because that's the only music I really truly know 100%. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, man, it's cool. It's always fun. I always love when people catch the references or whatnot and they comment them or something or they notice them. It always makes my day because I'm like, all right, there are many others of us that love hip-hop, love wrestling because, I mean, I feel like there's like a stereotype that most wrestling fans like love like heavy metal and stuff and they're all like that
white
vibe.
people.
Yeah,
White people.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, white people. Yeah.
White people.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. Wrestling put me on to a lot of white people music. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
it did for us too. Yeah,
if it wasn't for the soundtracks of the games, and if it wasn't for the pay-per-view theme songs, I would have no idea what some of these bands are. Never would have ever discovered them. So that's one thing. Wrestling definitely put me onto white people music. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, if it wasn't for the SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 soundtrack, bro, I would have never got into 3 Days Grace.
Yo, same, yeah, same.
Yeah,
3 Days Grace. Yeah, I love that
yeah. I
one
would have
extra,
never
whatever
got
the fuck it
into
is.
it.
It's funny,
Yeah.
man. I feel like, yeah, it's funny how wrestling fans, so many of us just share the same exact experiences. Like,
Mhm.
it's funny.
Yeah. But all right, this was an amazing video. Y'all like, subscribe. Uh, y'all go to Wrestling Gifts channel. We gonna get him to 1 million. Wrestling Gifts. We're kind of nervous to ask this question because we feel like you're gonna say no. But we was wondering if we could get some kind of shout out.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
for sure. Don't worry. I'll when you guys get this posted and stuff, well, I'll tweet it out or something, and 100%, I'll do my thing. I got you
All right,
No,
guys.
yeah,
Thank you guys
sure.
for
sweet.
bringing me on and everything.
No,
Oh yeah,
thank you, bro.
yeah.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you so much, bro. Yeah.
Yes, bro. Thank you very much. All right, y'all. We up out of here. I don't know what our future videos will be. Well, next week we got a video coming out. Y'all stay tuned for that. Me and Mondo will be at the Monday Night Raw in Dallas on Halloween. So
Hopefully it's good.
yeah, hopefully it's a good episode of Raw. So if y'all
Yeah.
wanna come see us in Dallas, we'll be there. Y'all go to Wrestling Gifts, Instagram, YouTube. I'll put all that in the description below. Wrestling Gifts, you're welcome to come back if you want to.
Of course, man. I had a lot of fun, and I wish you guys a lot of success. And keep doing your thing. Keep grinding. Keep improving. Doing your thing. And sky's the limit. You never know. You never know what might happen. So I respect it. I respect the hustle.
Yes.
Yes. All right, Mondo, you got anything you want to say before we go, bro?
No, man, just thank you, bro. Like, now we're gonna grind more harder, bro. Let's pause on that, but pause on that. But yeah, we're gonna do more better because of it, bro. But yeah, man, thank you, bro.
Because, bro, Wrestling Gifts, believe it or not, bro, you're one of the only big YouTubers that's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers to actually reply back to us and actually do a video with us, bro. Don't nobody want to do no video with no 10 subscribers having ass motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, listen, like I said, at the end of the day, I was in your position, and I would have loved for someone with 100,000 subscribers to come on my podcast. So I know how it feels, and you know what? The thing is, it's relative because I'm no matter how much subscribers I have, I'm still gonna relate to you guys in the sense you think I don't reach out to wrestlers for interviews and they don't reply to me? You know what I mean? Everyone, it's the same shit, bro. It just might be different levels to it. You know what I mean? But I know how it feels and I know how it is. So I always try my best to help. And you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta hold it down for each other because nobody else is. So might as well, man. So I love it. You don't have to thank me.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yes,
I mean, this shit still feel crazy to me, bro.
Yeah,
what
this
the hell?
shit is still amazing. Yeah, I was gonna say this shit is still like show stopping, bro. I don't even know. I'm still flabbergasted.
Yeah, so fuck that bitch ass motherfucker who ruined the other channel. We don't need that bitch.
Yeah, we don't need that motherfucker. Yeah, because Wrestling Gifts, we used to be called the 3 Ring Kings. But we had that one friend that we used to have. He was a punk ass, bitch ass motherfucker and deleted our first channel where we had over 30 subscribers and we was on our grind. We was getting 100 views. I think our highest viewed video was almost 300 views, bro.
Yeah.
And he deleted the whole channel because he got upset because we told him to upload a video. And we had to start the channel all over again.
Yeah, it's all good. At the end of the day, you guys have each other. You look out for each other, hold it down for each other, and it's all good. Everything happens for a reason, right? So at the end of the day, if you're lucky it happened now, or else it would have happened when you guys are even more successful.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's great, yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. But all right, Wrestling Gifts, you got anything you want to say before we go, bro?
Nah, man, I'm good, bro. Once again, thank you for bringing me on. Keep killing it. Keep doing your thing, and sky's the limit.
All right, y'all. We had Wrestling Gifts on the channel, y'all. Let's go, bro.
Finally,
we're gonna catch y'all in the next video. We're gonna catch y'all in the next video, and we're up out of here. Peace.